getting the audio visual all going well? It's all going good. Excellent. So this is Ajahn Brahm here on Tuesday the 14th of April, giving a little talk and guided meditation in the time when people are experiencing lockdowns and can't go here and can't go there. So you feel a little bit like what it is to be a monk or a nun. You can't do this, you can't go there, you can't... Many of the things which were once your freedoms to go and do whatever you wanted to do, now are curtailed, they're bounded. So you can't go over there. And surprisingly, that people find there's a lot of peace and happiness when we have these boundaries around us. It's a weird thing to know that when you don't do things, that you have more energy and freedom. That when you don't have to plan and remember so much, you have more energy. That your safety, security and happiness is just always here, but somehow or other, in a search for pleasure or meaning or whatever, we tend to lose that peace and happiness and security. But what now? I'm giving a little talk and then a meditation, guided meditation. Just what came to my mind again when I came into this hall in Jhana Grove, which is empty, is again it's emptiness. And it reminded me of the Buddha's great teaching on emptiness, which needed people or meditators to always reflect not on what you have, but what's missing. And instead of what's missing, trying really hard to get what's missing and to put more things into a room and to put more experiences into your memory and more people and more money and more stuff. In emptiness, we celebrate things which are missing. And this hall is never so beautiful as when there's no one in it. The forest where I live is never so calm as in the early morning, just after the sun's come up, when there's hardly anyone around. And that emptiness is something which I've noticed, especially life as a monk, is a great source of beauty and happiness. So instead of thinking what you need to fill up the voids in your life, to celebrate those voids, those peace, those emptiness, where there's no boundaries, where there's freedom in all directions, where in whichever way you look, there's nothing between you and infinity in all directions. It's like a perception of emptiness. And it's the same even in the little cave in which I live. Sometimes you're trying your hardest to keep it as empty as possible. Still, I have the little mat on which I sleep on the floor, my pillow, and a clock, a water container and a flashlight. But that's about all. And so I often just look at the walls and the floor and the great space in between. And instead of thinking what's there, just celebrating what's not there in my room. There is no telephone or computer in that cave. There's no books in the cave. There's certainly no TV or anything else like that in that cave. So the cave is just free from so many disturbances. It's free from obstacles. And when I delight in the freedom of emptiness, then I know how to develop that perception in my meditation. Don't be afraid when nothing's there. When nothing's there, there's no obstacle. There's no burden. There's no hindrance. When nothing is there, then you're free. So, I'm a monk. It's really weird. People keep asking at this time, have you got enough requisites, enough food? I'm a monk who wants for nothing. It's a very beautiful phrase, because wanting for nothing, sometimes people think, oh, you got so much. It means you don't need anything. But I actually do need something. I need nothing. more nothing in my life, more emptiness, more space, more freedom. So I am a monk who wants for nothing, because nothing is beautiful, and nothing is just so light to carry, and nothing means that you are no different than any other human being, and there's nothing between you and any others. Nothing is what unites us. It isn't what separates us. Things are what separates us. Nothing is what we share between us. So, now on that little subject of nothing, if you'd like to close your eyes, and I will now lead the guided meditation, especially focusing, the same type of meditation, but focusing not on what's there, but on what's missing, on the emptiness meditation. So when you close your eyes, like I'm doing now, the first thing you become aware of is the fact that the sight is not there anymore. I can't see this hall. And I often reflect when I'm giving these talks or guided meditations in empty halls, which I'm doing these days a lot. When I close my eyes, there's no difference between being in a packed auditorium or in an empty hall or in the forest, simply because my sight is empty of things. So there's nothing I need to be concerned about with seeing. I don't need to sort of either judge or complain or praise beauty or ugliness. The things are in the right position or whether they're all over the place. The burden of seeing is put away. I'm empty of the objects of sight. And then I listen. All I hear is my own voice in this room. When I stop speaking, I am empty of sound. Sound is often disturbing. Sound can wake you up in the morning if it's an alarm clock. Sound can make you jump if it's an explosion or a thunderstorm and there's a thunderclap. Sound can sometimes entice you, like the story of the Greek sirens who lured these sailors onto the rocks in the old Greek mythology. All of these sounds can either scare, wake up, or entice us. And now, no sound at all. My sensory apparatus is empty of sound. And that's so calm, so peaceful. I often say the most beautiful sound of all is silence. Rare to be found in the world. When you have it, don't disturb it. And then when I'm empty of sight and sound, then I can be aware of the fifth sense, the sense of physical touch. And that is not calm at all for me right now. I can feel my body sitting here. I can feel a bit of tightness and warmth in some areas, cold in other areas. My body is yet to relax. It's only when it relaxes, when everything is calm and body-wise, that those feelings disappear. I can get to the emptiness of physical feeling. So I start as usual to be aware of my legs and how they're positioned, how they're crossed. And I do notice that almost every time my legs are in a different position. And they do that on purpose because that is a comfortable position today, this morning. It's not the same as yesterday, it will not be the same as tomorrow. I ask my legs, are you comfortable there? I care for them like I'd care for a monk or a nun or a lay disciple, making sure that the best I can do for my legs, I will do for them. I'm adjusting them a little bit. Making sure they're in a position where they can relax and then disappear. And then I go to my butt, sitting on the cushion. I can feel the pressure in those muscles, making sure that they too are comfortable enough that those feelings will soon disappear. And go out to my back, give it a good stretch, as I love to do this time. And I can feel pleasant feelings. The pleasant feelings will soon disappear, to give way to no feelings at all, to an emptiness of physical sensations. If it's painful feelings, they don't disappear at all. At least on most occasions. There is exceptions, obviously. On most occasions, if I'm in pain or discomfort, I would have to bear that discomfort for the whole meditation. So it's nice to be able to, if you can, to arrange your back so it's as comfortable as possible, so those physical feelings can either disappear or at least reduce in their intensity. So you are what we call relaxed and at ease. I do the same with my shoulders. Move them a little bit, make sure they're comfortable. And relax them. Letting go of any tightness, any tension. Sometimes people ask, how do you do this? You have awareness, first of all, of that one area of your body, and my shoulders, say. And once you have awareness there, a little bit of trial and error, you find, oh, that's more relaxed than it was before. You learn by experimenting, trial and error, giving this a chance, giving that an opportunity, and you learn from the feedback which mindfulness offers you, to notice which is the most relaxed way that your shoulders can be. You learn, you train. You may not be very successful at this at first, but when you develop that mindfulness and develop the feedback from mindfulness, and the ability to try this and try that, you soon find how to relax your own body. And then I check my arms so that they are comfortable. Put my hands are just not in my lap, not on my knees, but somewhere in between. Always notice that my hands are always in a different position. But they feel comfortable. I don't tell my hands where they should be. I care enough about them to trust their judgment. My hands feel comfortable as they are, so they can stay there. I feel their comfort. And once I feel that's as good as I can get, then I go back up to my shoulders and neck. I notice, as I just go up towards my neck, already all my legs feelings, my butt feelings, my back feelings, they've all disappeared. I'm empty of those feelings. They vanish. I don't need to move my legs or to scratch them. I don't need to adjust the butt. The back is comfortable. Those feelings are disappearing. My hands, I've just been there, so they haven't turned off yet. But anyway, they soon will. So I go back up to my shoulders and my neck, making sure that head's well balanced on top of the neck. Making sure there's any irritations in the throat, which I do have, tiny ones from allergies. And relax it to the max. My mindfulness is just on my throat now. No other part of my body. I'm just caring. It's beautiful kindness onto one part of my body. And the feedback from mindfulness is telling me it's relaxing. It's getting more comfortable and also more pleasant. That pleasure of relaxation is something which I have become very aware of over the years of meditation. Because I know that pleasure is showing me I'm going in the right direction of physical freedom. The delight of a relaxed throat. Sounds weird, but I can feel it. And then, to be honest with you, reluctantly, go up to my face. I was enjoying just being with my throat. Go up to your face, relaxing all the muscles around the eyes and the mouth. Making peace with them. But this morning, just my muscles around my mouth, the corners want to turn up a little bit. A little smile. It feels great. Having relaxed my face, my throat, my hands, arms, shoulders, back, butt and legs. I just look at all of them together. Just so at peace. When I started this meditation, they were quite intense in their feelings. Now their intensity has just diminished so much. They're almost about to disappear. So much of that physical discomfort has disappeared. I'm empty of that. That's why it's delightful. The delight of physical relaxation is based on emptiness, of burdens and irritations disappearing. And they're gone. Just as this hall was empty as I remember it, so my body is empty of so many problems. Just sitting here, ready to disappear further. And it's safe. All the years I've been doing this, letting the body vanish, is the healthiest thing I can do. It just looks after itself much better when I'm not there being a control freak. When I just let it be, much healing happens. I never tell my heart how to beat. I never tell my lungs how to breathe. So much of this body is automatic. When I let it be, then everything gets so comfortable. So I go to the delight of relaxation, or rather the delight of the emptiness of physical problems. And I go to my peaceometer as usual. How peaceful are you, Ajahn Brahm? Pretty good number today. 1 to 10. 10 is very agitated, 1 is very peaceful. When it's peaceful, I notice my mind is empty of the past. I don't even remember what happened this morning. It's empty of the future. I'm already concerned about what I've got to do afterwards. So much of the mental busyness has disappeared. And that's what I'm aware of. Not what's there, but what's missing. When there's a future, there's always uncertainty. I don't know which way it's going to go. I have to make decisions. When the future vanishes, all I've got left is this moment. I'm empty of the future. No decisions to be made. When I'm empty of the future, I'm free. I remember now is the time where my future is made. The very best I can ever do is to make a very beautiful present moment. I'm empty of all concern for the future. Wow. It's like a hall which is so empty. There's no walls. It goes on forever. I look at the past where I've come from. No judging, no praise, no blame. And I carry nothing from the past into this moment. Leave all my baggage in the past. So I'm empty of any guilt or any praise, empty of all judgments from the past. When other people judge me, they don't know what they're talking about. I can't even judge myself. It's all past. It's gone. All I have is this moment. And I'm empty of everything else. Huge freedom. Can really be restful, peaceful, and have nothing to do. No problems from the past to fix. Nothing in the future to be solved. All I have is now. It's amazing just how perfect the present moment seems. It's here. It's as it is. It couldn't be better. Just now. The present moment looks so beautiful. I notice I'm empty of something else. Even though I'm talking to you, there's no inner dialogue. I'm not thinking. But the speech is happening by itself. Empty of thinking. Inner silence. The emptiness of trying to judge. The emptiness from trying to work it all out. The emptiness of trying to remember and record important things. Just this moment being in empty silence. The emptiness feels so valuable. Like I'm in Aladdin's cave. so much treasure, insight and peace. When I speak inside, when I think, it all disappears. When I'm silent, there is a Dhamma. I'm going to be silent for 5 or 10 minutes, so you too can enjoy the bliss of an empty mind. enjoying the emptiness. In the emptiness you disappear. Not even you are there. Now we come back. Maybe feeling your breathing. Getting in touch with your body again. But feeling the afterglow of peace based on emptiness. Come back and hear the birds. Feel the body. The body is so relaxed, so at ease. Start to feel it again. Not just the breath, the face, and the neck, the arms and hands, feeling my back and my legs and my butt. As if they all say thank you, show appreciation for you having meditated, giving them some rest on the kindest things to do to your body. And the greatest acts of caring is to leave them to be still, to let go. Is one of the greatest acts of love. Body feels great. Now, when you're ready, may open your eyes. And smile. Smile at the world which you have now rejoined. Wonderful place of freedom. The Emptiness Meditation. Gives you the opportunity to relax. It's like going on a holiday inside, away from the world. Whew. May you all be happy and well. Whew.